The most painful betrayals in a relationship don't happen when someone leaves. They happen in the 1,000 tiny moments before they do, when you choose to stay silent instead of being seen. We think betrayal looks like a dramatic exit, a slammed door, a final goodbye. But more often, it looks like two people sitting across from each other, quietly disappearing. If you've ever felt that strange emptiness during a perfectly normal conversation, or noticed that your relationship looks fine on the outside, but feels distant on the inside, you're not alone. Maybe you've stopped bringing up the things that actually matter because it feels easier. Maybe you've convinced yourself that avoiding conflict means keeping the peace. You probably think that if nothing is wrong, then everything must be right. By the end of this video, you'll begin to see that the real danger in a relationship isn't conflict, it's silence. In the next few minutes, you'll understand how relationships slowly fade, not through big moments, but through small withdrawals of honesty, presence, and emotional risk. And more importantly, you'll see how recognizing these patterns early can completely change the trajectory of your connection. Because relationships don't usually break, they erode. A healthy relationship is not just two individuals, it's a living we. A small, shared world that both people actively maintain. And like any living thing, it needs attention, friction, and care. But when that we starts to fade, something subtle shifts. You stop thinking as a unit and start thinking as separate individuals again. The question quietly changes from, what do we need, to what do I need? It doesn't happen all at once. It never does. Imagine a man coming home after a long day at work. Something bothered him, a comment from his boss, a feeling of being overlooked. But instead of sharing it, he shrugs it off. It's not a big deal, he tells himself. No need to bring it up. So he sits at dinner, answers politely, smiles when needed. On the surface, everything is calm. But something important has been withheld. And that moment matters more than he thinks. Because intimacy isn't built on big confessions. It's built on small, consistent acts of being seen. When you stop sharing your inner world, even in little ways, you begin to remove yourself from the relationship. Quietly. Gradually. And the other person feels it. They may not know why. They may not have the words. But they feel the absence. Like reaching for someone in the dark and realizing they've taken a step back. So what do? They try to get closer. Are you okay? You seem distant.